Hello, I'm Isabel Garcia.
And I'm Foluke Denis. We begin this edition of Temple Update with Simone Cucurullo in the newsroom.
Simone has information about the much-anticipated Thanksgiving break. Simone?
Thanks, ladies. Thanksgiving break is only a few days away, and we went out to see what students' plans were for this upcoming long weekend.
Go home, spend some time with my family and friends, maybe get a little shopping done on Black Friday.
I'm going to go to my aunt's house in upstate Pennsylvania, and then after that I'm going to drive home to Maine and work for 2 days and then come back to Temple.
My plans are to spend as much time as I can with my family, possibly go back and see some old teachers who I haven't seen in about 2 or some years. And maybe I'll try and find some time to do some community service work back home, because I miss going back and seeing everybody and trying to help the community over there. So, yeah.
Over Thanksgiving break, I'm pretty much going to be going home, spending it with my family, eating some of that turkey, cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, all that good stuff. Maybe a pumpkin pie will be involved, I'm not sure.
I guess just spending it with the family, like not just like my immediate family, like my extended family also, because we have a really big family and we're kind of, even though they're extended, we're very close. So, and Thanksgiving, all about family, man.
Thanksgiving break, I plan to go home, eat Thanksgiving dinner with my family Thursday. And then Friday night, I have a football game, come in marching band to play. And after that, my friends from State College and other universities come in to hang out over the weekend.
My family is going over to my aunt's house to just have dinner and meet up with some people that my cousin's family just married. So
I'm gonna go to Lancaster and just hang out with my family, and we're gonna have Thanksgiving there, and I'll be there for the weekend.
Not much. I live around here, so I'm just gonna be at home working and making money, hopefully.
Here are some of the important dates remaining on Temple's academic calendar. The last day of classes before Thanksgiving is Wednesday, November 23rd. And even though it's a Wednesday, the school will operate on a Friday class schedule. The turkey comas have to be over in time for classes to resume on November 28th. But don't worry, the semester is over just a few days later on December 7th. You'll have December 8th and 9th off to get studying done before finals begin. The dreaded finals week goes from December 12th to the 16th, and then it's time for Christmas break. I don't know about you, Foluke, but this is my first semester here, and I'm excited to get a few days off at home.
Thanks, Simone. Philadelphia is gearing up for the Thanksgiving holiday, and for many, that means visiting family. More than 400,000 Philadelphians will hit the road and travel 50 or more miles away from home for the long weekend. According to AAA, that will be a 4% increase from last year. And nationwide, over 42 million people are also expected to travel by car this year. The travel agency credits the increase to the decline in regional gas prices.
Temple is hosting a holiday book drive through the end of December. To donate a book, go to Amazon.com and insert TUAA book drive in the Find Someone's List section. If you donate a book or two, you will receive a Temple gift credit. The yearly fundraiser benefits schools in Temple's surrounding neighborhood.
One Philadelphia nonprofit organization is doing its best to brighten the faces of poverty-stricken families this holiday season. Philadelphia Committee to End Homelessness hosted its annual blackjack and poker tournament to help feed the homeless. At the event, guests were served dinner and played poker and blackjack, ending at 12 rounds. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, PCEH Director Phyllis Ryan Jackson explains the importance of holding an event such as this.
At the end of the day, when children do not have a safe place to sleep, to do their homework, to eat dinner with their family, that's just something we really can't afford in this country.
PCEH raised $5,000 for the organization and Thanksgiving meals.
Temple University football players took time off the practice field to give back to their community. Head coach Steve Adazio and 5 of his players delivered food to the Bethesda Project located on Broad Street. This was their first stop as they distributed the food the team collected during their 5th annual Thanksgiving food drive. 36 turkey meals were unloaded at St. John's Hospice, where sophomore linebacker Blaise Caponegro believes giving back is important for a student athlete.
I think it's really important, especially for the people who are less fortunate, for guys like us who are fortunate enough to be on the team and basically have a second family, to go out and give back to them.
2, 3. As the holidays begin, some local children are hoping for a bright Christmas. The Temple community is doing its part to help out. Updates Lauren Nucci has more.
Every year since 1947, the United States Marine Corps has been collecting toys for children in need. The Marines were at Lincoln Financial Field during the Temple Owls football game versus Army. Even though it's only November, Temple fans did not disappoint. They dropped off new toys to help deliver hope and happiness to the children who are struggling during this holiday season.
Well, once it gets closer to Christmas, especially after Thanksgiving, that's when we flip it into high gear, and we're constantly doing events. We're constantly collecting. We usually do a couple pickups throughout the season at each location that we set boxes up at.
We donate these toys to nonprofit charitable organizations in the cities of Philadelphia and Bristol, and 100% of the proceeds that are donated to Toys for Tots go to the purchase of toys.
People were constantly lining up prior to the game to drop off new unwrapped toys for the cause.
Well, every year most communities do Toy for Tots. Sometimes it's in the post office. We have a community center that does it, and when I saw the Temple was going to be doing it too, I thought we should go ahead and pitch in there too.
The overall goal of the program is to get toys into the hands of all the boys and girls who might not otherwise get presents on Christmas.
We hit that goal all the time. More than likely not, we do. We try and get as many toys as we can and distribute as many as we can.
If you are looking to donate during this holiday season, you can log on to www.toysfortots.org to find more information. Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Laura Nucci.
Students rallied at the Bell Tower to celebrate the 2-month mark since the start of the Occupy Wall Street movement. The Occupy Philly Temple University contingent organized the rally on campus. Students were allowed to go up and speak freely about their concerns, including social inequality and student debt.
I think that students are trying to better society. That's why we come to school. And of course, we're trying to get jobs. Bettering society and bettering yourself go hand in hand. And I feel like at times we're being penalized for it and becoming indentured servants. And I think that we need to start valuing education more in our country, a lot more.
After the rally, students marched to City Hall to join the Occupy Philly movement.
Hundreds of visitors flocked to main campus for Experience Temple Day. The event allowed prospective students to come and learn about the university. Visiting high school students and their parents walked around campus to experience what it's like to be an owl. The tour highlighted Temple history, social atmosphere, and academic curriculum.
One class in Temple's Fox School of Business has a different method of teaching, allowing students to take a more hands-on approach. Christina Leone has more on the story.
Dean Wilcox started the 10-10-10 project in the spring semester of 2010.
What we came up with was the concept of having 10 teams, giving each of the teams $10 and telling them to multiply it by a factor of 10.
Students enrolled in her class only have 3 guidelines to follow. First, the project must focus on doing good by having a positive social impact for a charity or organization. Second, the project must use social media as a core part of its marketing and track its use. The third requirement is an element of sustainability. Students must create a practical model that will last long after their semester is over.
And it has far surpassed any of our expectations. And again, for me, it's all about the feedback that I get from the students. And they appreciate it, and they see the value in what they're doing.
One group is working with a charity called Walk in My Shoes. They're raising awareness and providing shoes for children in developing countries. They are collecting shoe donations, selling baked goods, and raffling off flyer tickets to raise money. So far, more than 300 pairs of shoes have been collected and more than $1,000 raised.
I think it's very important to give back to others and give back to people less fortunate, and I think it's a very rewarding experience.
More classes at Temple, especially in the business school, need to be like this. Business is changing so much and so rapidly that getting real world experience and having to deal with the problems that you're really going to have to deal with when you get out in the work world is a lot more useful than sitting and taking a test.
Reporting for Temple Update, I'm Christina Leone.
Still to come on Temple Update, a group of students runs the Philadelphia Marathon.
And young Temple fans get the chance to run to Lincoln Financial Field. Don't go anywhere. Temple Update will be right back.
Alyssa Paugh is here with this week's health report. She has important information about staying healthy around this time of year.
I do, and these are great tips to have going into the holiday season. Thanks, Isabel. 'Tis the season for colder weather, family gatherings, and unfortunately, the flu. The Vanderbilt University School of Medicine addressed the top 5 myths about the flu and flu season that most people are unaware of. Myth number 1 is that flu shots can cause the flu. Number 2, younger, healthier adults don't need flu shots. Number 3, vitamins and herbal remedies help the body fight off colds. 4, antibiotics are needed to get rid of the illness. Finally, effects of flu shots carry over year after year. The truth? The flu shot benefits people of all ages and is most effective when received each year. People should also know that vitamins do not prevent the flu and that, contrary to popular belief, antibiotics do not contain the proper agents to get rid of it. Eating healthy is another way to fight flu symptoms, especially during the winter months. Fashion designer and former beauty star Lauren Conrad shares a few tips on her blog about staying healthy during the holiday season. Conrad says, schedule your workouts, plan out your week to avoid stress, and tack on an extra 10 minutes of cardio during the winter months. Remember to be mindful of calorie intake. Drink wisely, whether it be hot cocoa and whipped cream or seasonal cocktails. It's easy to forget that these contain calories too. Finally, remember to mind your portion control. Take smaller servings, and instead of multiple helpings, save some room for a small dessert. For more information and tips from Lauren, visit the Dine tab on her website, laurenconrad.com. And it's always hard to stay healthy over Thanksgiving break, especially with all the food.
Oh, I know. I always tend to eat way too much.
Me too. Thanks, Alyssa.
Absolutely.
Thousands of adults came from all over to participate and support the annual Philadelphia Marathon. But one group is doing its best to involve the youth. Philadelphia Marathon, but the real surprise is the number of adolescents who completed the race. Students Run Philly Style is an organization that began in 2004 to help students practice a healthier lifestyle by participating in area marathons.
We've had students who started the program who's been obese and overweight, and here they are completing a marathon. You know, that's the most wonderful thing in the world.
But it not only benefits the students, but the mentors as well.
Actually, 3 years ago, I ran the Philly Marathon, and I saw all these kids running in blue shirts, and I'm like, there's no way that these high school kids are running the marathon. So I went home, I Googled it, and I found all this information in the program. I called them the next day, and I was like, I need to be a part of this.
The cool spin to it was, usually when we're mentoring students, we've done something and we're trying to get them to do the same thing. And this was a unique spin because I was learning while I was mentoring.
The program is not all about running. Along with educational support, it provides a safe after-school activity for kids to engage in.
It's like a little family to me because I get my daily dose of laughter and I get that running spirit in.
It's a great program. It lets you go to great races for free, and it's a great experience, actually.
It's basically fun for the kids, and it's basically fun for everyone.
Finishing the marathon is only one leg of the race for Students Run Philly Style. The greater goal is to influence lives of kids one step at a time.